Imagine a concert hall packed with thousands, the spotlight sharp and blinding. But instead of a violin in hand, there's a wheelchair parked center stage. Meet Alex, a virtuoso pianist who lost the use of their legs in a childhood accident. The challenge? Playing complex compositions that demand precise foot pedals for sustain and dynamics, a task seemingly impossible without traditional footwork. But Alex didn't let this redefine their limits. Instead, they redesigned the way to play. Using adaptive technology, Alex collaborated with engineers to create a custom pedal system controlled by subtle wrist and elbow movements. Hours turned into days, days into months, mastering this new interface that translated their passion into sound. Every practice session was a battle against frustration and fatigue, with notes slipping away like water through fingers. Yet, Alex's unique strategy involved breaking down each piece into micro-movements, focusing not on what was lost, but on what could be gained, turning constraints into opportunities for innovation. When Alex first performed publicly with this system, the audience was captivated, not just by the music, but by the story woven into every note: resilience, creativity, and an unyielding spirit. The applause wasn't just for the performance, it was for reimagining what's possible. Alex's journey teaches us three powerful lessons. First, redefine obstacles as starting points. When traditional methods don't fit, invent your own. Second, embrace collaboration. Strength doesn't mean going it alone. Seek out allies, experts, and new perspectives to build solutions. Third, focus on incremental progress. Mastery is a mosaic of small victories, repeated with patience and persistence. So next time you face a barrier, whether visible or unseen, remember Alex's hands dancing over the keys, crafting beauty from challenge. Your breakthrough might just be one creative step away. But Alex's story doesn't end with that first public performance. It is only the beginning of a journey that continues to inspire and expand the boundaries of what's possible. After that landmark concert, Alex found new avenues to explore, pushing the limits of both music and technology. With each new composition, they experimented with further integrating adaptive tech, sometimes customizing software to interpret not only physical gestures, but also emotional cues, allowing for an even more expressive performance. This evolution of Alex's craft was fueled by an insatiable curiosity and a refusal to be confined by traditional definitions of ability. They began mentoring young musicians facing their own challenges, sharing not just techniques, but the philosophy that had carried them through adversity. Alex emphasized that limitations are often the birthplace of the most profound creativity, encouraging others to see obstacles as invitations to innovate. The collaborative spirit that had helped build the initial pedal system blossomed into a wider network of partnerships. Alex worked with designers, programmers, medical professionals, and fellow artists, creating a community dedicated to accessibility and artistic excellence. Together, they developed workshops and seminars that highlighted the intersection of art, technology, and inclusivity, advocating for a world where every voice can be heard and every talent nurtured. Through these efforts, Alex also contributed to advancements in adaptive instruments beyond the piano. Their insights helped shape the development of customizable interfaces for various musical tools, opening doors for performers who previously had limited options. This ripple effect transformed not only individual lives, but also the broader cultural landscape, challenging audiences and institutions to rethink assumptions about ability and artistry. Amidst this flurry of activity, Alex remained grounded in the core principles that had guided their journey. They maintained a disciplined practice routine, understanding that mastery requires diligence and humility. Each day brought new challenges, whether technical, emotional, or physical, but also new opportunities to grow, to find joy in the process and meaning in the struggle. Alex's story is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for adaptation and reinvention. It reminds us that while circumstances may change, the essence of passion and determination can never be taken away. Their music is not just sound, it is a narrative of triumph and transformation, a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever faced a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. In a world that often measures success by conventional standards, Alex's journey invites us to broaden our perspectives. It encourages us to ask, what if the very things we see as barriers are actually the catalysts for our greatest achievements? What if innovation arises not in spite of challenges, but because of them? As you reflect on Alex's experience, consider your own path. What limitations have you encountered, and how might they be reframed as possibilities? Who might you collaborate with to turn ideas into reality? How can small, consistent efforts lead you closer to your goals? Remember, every master was once a beginner, and every breakthrough starts with a single step, sometimes a creative leap that redefines the game entirely. Like Alex, you have the power to compose your own symphony of success, one note at a time.